There is a man in India who is worth over $115 billion. He owns the most valuable company in Asia. He controls the phone network used by 500 million people. He owns the largest retail chain on the subcontinent. He owns the most watched streaming platform in India. He is building the world's largest green energy complex. His name is Mukesh Ambani. And almost nobody outside of India knows his full story. Watch until the end, there's a free guide waiting for you. This is the hidden story of how one family went from selling yarn on the streets of Mumbai to controlling an entire nation's economy. And what the rest of the world can learn from it. To understand Mukesh Ambani, you first have to understand his father. Dhirubhai Ambani. In 1957, a young man from a small village in Gujarat arrived in Mumbai with almost nothing. No connections. No capital. No education beyond high school. He had worked as a gas station attendant in Yemen for 2 years, saving every rupee he could. He started by trading spices and yarn. Small margins. Long hours. A rented one-room office. But Dhirubhai had something most people don't. He understood the system. Not the official system, the real system. He understood that in India, the difference between poverty and wealth wasn't hard work. It was access. Access to licenses. Access to government contracts. Access to the rules that everyone else didn't know existed. He lobbied politicians. He built relationships. He navigated bureaucracy like a chess grandmaster. When the government controlled who could import what, Dhirubhai found ways to work within those rules that nobody else had thought of. By the 1980s, Reliance Industries was one of the fastest growing companies in India. And Dhirubhai had done something no Indian industrialist had done before. He had taken his company public and made ordinary Indians shareholders. He didn't just build a company. He built a movement. Millions of small Indian investors owned a piece of Reliance. Dhirubhai became a folk hero. This is the foundation Mukesh Ambani inherited. Not just wealth, but a philosophy. Understand the system. Move faster than everyone else. Make ordinary people part of your story. In 2002, Dhirubhai Ambani died without leaving a will. He left behind 2 sons, Mukesh and Anil, and a business empire worth billions. What followed was one of the most dramatic corporate battles in history. Mukesh was the older brother. Methodical. Engineering trained. Process driven. He had run the operational side of Reliance for years. Anil was younger. Charismatic. A deal maker. He wanted to take the company global into media and finance and infrastructure. They could not agree on anything. The fighting became public. It became ugly. It threatened to destroy everything their father had built. In 2005, their mother Kekalaban stepped in. She forced a settlement. The empire was divided. Mukesh got the core businesses, oil refining, petrochemicals, and a new venture called Reliance Jio that existed only on paper. Anil got the glamorous businesses, telecommunications, entertainment, financial services. At the time, most observers thought Anil had won. His businesses were exciting. Mukesh's businesses were boring. Oil refineries and chemical plants. But here's what happened next. Anil's empire collapsed. Debt piled up. Deals fell apart. By 2020, Anil Ambani declared in a UK court that his net worth was zero. The man who had seemed to win the split was bankrupt. Mukesh, meanwhile, had been quietly building something that would change India forever. In 2016, Mukesh Ambani launched Jio. Before Jio, internet access in India was expensive, slow, and available only to the urban middle class. Data cost roughly $15 per gigabyte. Most Indians had never experienced mobile internet at all. Jio changed everything overnight. Ambani offered free voice calls and data at a fraction of the previous cost. Not slightly cheaper. Essentially free for the first 6 months. Then permanently the cheapest in the world. The result was staggering. Jio acquired 100 million subscribers in 170 days. The fastest adoption of a technology platform in human history. Competitors couldn't survive. Several carriers went bankrupt entirely. In less than 3 years, Jio had become the largest mobile network in India with over 400 million subscribers. But here's what most people missed. Jio wasn't really a telecom play. It was a data play. A distribution play. A platform play. Ambani wasn't trying to make money selling data plans. He was trying to get 500 million Indians onto the internet, his apps, his ecosystem, his retail stores, his streaming platform, his payment system. He gave away the internet to capture the economy. This is one of the greatest strategic moves in modern business history. And almost nobody in the Western world noticed. Today, Reliance Industries is worth over $200 billion. It is the most valuable company in Asia outside of China. But the number doesn't capture the reality. Mukesh Ambani doesn't just own a company. He owns the infrastructure of daily Indian life. JioMart, his e-commerce platform, is competing directly with Amazon and Walmart for dominance of Indian retail. With 1.4 billion potential customers, the prize is almost incomprehensible. Jio Cinema, his streaming platform, outbid Disney for the rights to broadcast the Indian Premier League. The IPL is the most watched cricket tournament on earth. In India, cricket is not a sport. It is a religion. Ambani now owns the broadcast rights to that religion. Reliance Retail, his physical store network, is already the largest retailer in India and growing at extraordinary speed. New Energy, his latest bet, is a $75 billion investment in solar, hydrogen, and green energy. He intends to make India energy independent within a decade. And Reliance the dominant energy company of the 21st century. Mukesh Ambani is not playing for India. He is playing for the world. And he has positioned himself at the intersection of every major trend, digital infrastructure, retail, energy, entertainment, in the most populous country on earth. Now let's extract the lessons. Because the story of the Ambanis is not just fascinating. It is instructive. The first lesson, understand the system before you try to beat it. Dhirubhai didn't fight the bureaucracy of 1960s India. He studied it. He learned its rules better than anyone. And then he used those rules to his advantage. Every system has rules that reward those who understand them. Tax codes, financial markets, legal structures. The people who win are not the hardest workers, they are the most informed. The second lesson, play long games that others won't. Jio lost money for years. Ambani invested $32 billion before Jio turned profitable. Most people and most companies cannot sustain losses for that long. That patience is itself a competitive advantage. The wealthy think in decades. Everyone else thinks in quarters. The third lesson, control the infrastructure, not just the product. Ambani didn't just build an app. He built the network that apps run on. He didn't just build a store. He built the supply chain that stores depend on. Whoever controls the infrastructure controls the economics. This principle applies at every scale, in business, in investing, in career building. The fourth lesson, give people access and capture their loyalty. Free internet. Cheap data. Accessible retail. Ambani built his consumer empire by lowering barriers to entry for the people at the bottom of the economic pyramid. The loyalty that generates is worth more than any advertising budget. The fifth lesson, family conflict is the greatest wealth destroyer. The Ambani split shows what happens when succession isn't planned. Businesses worth billions can be torn apart in months by family disagreements. Estate planning, clear succession structures, and written agreements are not optional for anyone building serious wealth. Mukesh Ambani started with a father who sold yarn on the streets of Mumbai. Today he controls the digital and physical infrastructure of a nation of 1.4 billion people. He is building the energy systems of the future. He is worth more than the GDP of most countries. His story is not just about India. It is about what happens when someone understands systems deeply enough to reshape them. When someone is patient enough to invest for decades before expecting returns. When someone is bold enough to give something away in order to own everything. The financial rules he used are the same rules available to everyone. The difference is that he understood them. And he acted on them at scale. Now you do too. If this video opened your eyes, subscribe right now. We break down one hidden wealth strategy every single day. And don't forget to download our free guide 7 Legal Tax Secrets the Rich Use. The link is in the description. It's free. It takes 30 seconds. And it will change the way you think about money forever.